Hi, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Well, today is a happier day. I finally got through to the township, the zoning board, and I have an appointment this afternoon to go in there and find out some details. There's going to be a lot of costs associated with it though. Hopefully I'll find out everything. It's probably going to take me another week to find out all the costs associated, because there's building permits, sewage permits, well permits, architectures, then the board has to approve the architecture's design, and then you build the thing and then the board has to approve that, and I think architectures have to come in again, engineers have to be involved. No, architectures have to design it, engineers have to approve it, the board has to approve it. I'll have it all figured out. Today, at least, the list of things to do, I'll know today. I also have a positive and happy surprise coming up. Whether today or tomorrow, I'm not sure. Depends on how fast people move, but I've got something going on, something in the workings that's going to be very good. Bonus for the off-grid project, for the legal issues anyway. So you'll notice my videos are shorter because I'm spending a lot of hours on the phone and internet and driving around and talking to different boards and counties and things, and also with the crazy attacks I'm going through, talking to the police and lawyers and all kinds of junk. It's a mess. But this is going to take a couple months probably until I'm back to normal again, where I'm able to work full days, because I still have to go and talk to lawyers, and now I'm going to have to talk to architects and engineers and plan things out. So it's not easy. It's really amazing. The pioneers, funny. Aside from the blisters and the pain and punishment on their bodies, the pioneers sure had it better. Yesterday I was saying how I had true respect for them because of the work they went through, but seriously, they had it so much easier back then. But this is the world we live in today, so I'm going to get it all legal. Now, I am, sadly, because of my enemies, I will no longer talk about where I sleep. I will no longer talk about the deal with the landlady. I will no longer talk about anything about whether I'm renting or purchasing. That is no longer going to be public knowledge. I'm sorry. It is sad, because that is a big part of helping people, I think. I think it would have been very nice to show people everything as I go along and keep everything open and on the table, but since I have people who are willing to hurt others around me in order to cause me harm, I will no longer discuss such things openly. Sad, but that's how it is. I'm not going to talk about those guys anymore, except just understand, and please don't ask me about any details: where I sleep, what about the land am I buying, why are you spending money on property you don't own. I can't tell you. That's it. I will make sure everything is legal. I will make sure everything is proper, and, well, obviously I have to. I've got pressure on me from the boards and the health department, everything, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to share it with you. It's just how it is. It has to be. I really, really feel bad about that. And I'm really, truly sorry, because that would have been a very helpful thing for people out there who are one day going to do what I'm doing. But besides that, everything I do is going to be recorded. Building of the place, everything I'm going to do is going to be recorded. I do have a huge surprise on the way, and I'll show it. And I'll share selected things about the permits and boards and everything as it goes. But I will be very selective in what I show for them in order to protect myself and the people around me. But otherwise, it's a good day. It's sunny, and I've finally got an appointment with the county. So I'll talk to you guys later. I had a little bit of time before I had to leave for the county board. I put up one wall of this storage tent, but it's really windy. It's gusting out here. it's really strong and intense at times. So this is how I keep the tent from flying away while I'm gone and while I'm working. It's the only way I can keep this thing from taking off like a kite. Look at that, it opens up like a sail. The wind wants to rip at the shreds on me and take it right up into the air. And I mean, it is just like a sail. So I had to secure the frame all the way across with some rope so that I don't lose it. So now I've got to take off for a while, and I hope and pray this will stay here. Now another thing I've done, I've driven stakes into the ground. These were 6 foot tall stakes, and I drove them straight into the ground almost all the way to secure the legs on. Keep this from taking off into the air. They're driven straight down deep. I only had 3 for now, but I'll dig around and maybe I can find another one somewhere around the property. I'm also going to put re-rod or pipe or something at the side edges. The only reason that tent has never flown away is because that's secured with re-rod and pipe that's driven into the ground, and then the bars of the tent I use baling wire to secure it firmly. And then I also have shelves in there which are tied to the sides of the tent with baling wire, and then the weight on the shelves keeps that thing from taking off like a kite. And I'll be doing the same thing here. When you're working in extreme windy situations like I have, you have to try to make sure this thing stays on the ground, and that is the biggest deal. See, it's trying to take off. It's really trying to take off. So I'm going to dig around for some more pipes and bars and secure this thing on all 6 legs firmly. And also in the middle there's going to be crossbars going through here to hold the top piece. And the crossbars are going to be, I'm going to have stakes in the ground, and they'll be tied down. So I'm going to have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of contact driven into the ground. And that's the only way to keep this from flying away and being destroyed. So I hope it'll stay here. Keep me in your prayers, people. Well, by the time you see this video, it'll be over, but anyway, there it is for now. I have to go get myself ready, take my presentations to the board, and find out what's going on. Well, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Just getting home. It's 4:45 in the afternoon. Long day talking to zoning boards and stuff and officials and getting things organized. I learned a lot today, and I have a ton of paperwork to go through. I have a lot of good news and bad, which I'll share later. No obstacles I can't overcome. But I learned one thing definitely good. The fact that everything I have is on wheels is good. If I build a chicken coop, I need to do it on a trailer. And everything I have, because this is a rental, everything I have has to be on wheels. Which is good, because everything I have is on wheels, including my chicken tractor. My new chicken coop, when I build it, has to be on wheels. And I will do so. Now tomorrow I have a surprise coming to the Off-Grid Project, but I'll be sharing that tomorrow. Oh, the wind is brutal. That's the roof of the chicken tractor, and it was up on there with cement blocks and bricks holding it down, and it's still ripped off. The wind out here is so bad. But my tent managed to last the day without any damage, thankfully. So, although it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon now already, I'm going to go and finish that at least. It's going to be a late night tonight because I have so much to do and so little time left to do it. To be on schedule, I want to have this thing demolished down to the frame by the end of the month. I haven't even begun because I'm going through red tape and bureaucracy. So, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a late night. We have freeze warnings tonight, so all my plants are in danger. So it's a good thing I did not plant the garden yet. The seedlings are going to be alright. I have to water them some more right now, but they're going to be alright. The cold is not affecting them. But we have actual freeze warnings on the weather report right now. Something has already damaged my fence. So I've got animals passing through. That's curious. But yeah, anyway. Oh wow, the wind just ripped one of my bottom. Wow, the wind, I better get going. The wind just ripped up and disconnected the bottom stake over on this side. So I gotta go, I gotta fix this. Bye. Well, you might notice something back there. It sort of blends in, which is good. When the plants are green again, that won't be noticeable back there. It'll be completely hidden behind the trees. This was a workout. Not so much physically as time-wise. This was a job. I would not advise anyone to put up a shed in the box alone. I would not advise it. It can be done, but it's a job. It's a real job if you do it alone, especially in the wind. Thankfully, when I put on the side panel, finally the wind stopped. That is a relief. Otherwise, I don't think I could have got it. No, I wouldn't have got it. There's no way. So, we'll show you around inside my new mansion. This is the new off-grid mansion. You could live in here. It'd be cold in winter. Now, what I've done is put rebar down in the ground. That's about a 6-foot high bar, driven down 4 foot deep, 4.5, 5 foot deep. And then with baling wire, it's tied and secured all the way across in 4 points. This was a stake, a green metal stake, also 6 foot high, about 4 foot deep in the ground, and baling wire tied on. Over here again, the same thing. Stake driven in the ground about 4 foot deep, tied on. Here I got some rebar driven down 4 foot deep in the ground, tied on, and there's another piece driven down and tied on. I might even go as far as to put some more in the 4 corners, or even a second bar in the sides, or even a stake, just to be extra safe, because holding your tent down is really important. I'll show you later maybe what happened to my landlady's tent, because it wasn't secured to the ground firmly enough. What happens if it's not secure? Amazingly, the wind did die down and I got this taut. I am quite impressed with how tight I got it. It went very well. With no wind, it went very well. I still got to tighten some screws and fittings here and there. And I might even, no, I'm not going to say I might, I will probably take and loop some rope around at the stress point in the middle and come down to a stake in the ground, one of those anchors later on, and ratchet that down. And I mean everything I can, maybe even in the top center post, because there won't be any, that won't be in my way if I have an anchor in the ground there. More is better, in my opinion. More is better. And the safer and firmer I have it put together, the less chance it has of flying away on me. It's odd. I wonder why there's like sort of a patch up there. That's really weird. Well, it's not the highest quality thing. I can already see daylight through it in places. See that? There's already weak points. Brand new tent. I've had this for a while, but I never opened it out of the box until today. That's pretty ridiculous. Huh, I would expect better from a brand new tent. Anyway, there it is. There is my new storage. Now, I still have some daylight hours. I'm still going to have time to run my garden tools in here. This is 10 foot high, 8 foot high by 10 foot. I think it's it's 10 by 10 by 8 foot high. Not bad at all. Plenty of room in here. So I'm going to get all my machines and tools and equipment in here. The ground is raked clean. I did that yesterday. Raked it all clean and free of all garbage. I'll probably take the rocks out later. And again, get some shelves in here to hold this thing down. Shelves, especially one on each side in the back, and then tied securely to the frame of the tent, will keep the thing from ever stressing out and blowing away in the wind. So, nice new tent. There it is. And it's securely hidden in the woods, safe and sound. All these trees are not going to fall on it. That looks like it's close, but it's not. It's quite a ways away. That's never going to bother it now. I'll eventually chop that up, but I'm not doing that alone. I am not going to mess with that alone. So one day I'll mess with it and get rid of that, but looking good. Time to move my gear in. I just raked all these leaves out of my old tent. I got it pretty much emptied. The shelves are staying in place. That is, as I explained previously, tied to the frame here in various places and helps hold this tent down securely. The weight on the shelf helps keep the tent in place. And as you've seen, the wind here can be really, really bad. And this has made it through the winter and everything. I need to tighten it up. I don't know if you can see that on the camera well enough, but it's not in very good shape. It's not very tight. I mean, I need to tighten it up some more, a lot more. But that I will do maybe tomorrow. I got this cleaned out, ready to roll. I got to put some pallets down in here. Get the rest of my garden tools over in the other tent. I got some antique stuff. Antique 2-man handsaw. I don't know if you can see that. That's a big saw right there. You can see the blade right here. I do collect antiques, and I prepare for times when things are going to collapse. So I do prepare. I am a prepper as well as an off-grid type. But anyway, oh yeah, now's the time. My friend wanted to see. Here it is. Sadly, the model number on this thing, let me refocus on here. There, for my friend Paul, it looks like the model number is 62025, but the serial number has been destroyed, 7000455, and who knows what after that. This is my old generator that needs a carburetor, Paul, if you remember. You keep telling me to give you this model number, 62025, for this old generator that's Toro. What is it? 2500 watt Toro generator. That's the one I was using last year, where I cleaned the carburetor and then it kept leaking gas because the needle that turns the gas flow on and off is destroyed, and because the carburetor's rusted inside, I can't get it out of its seat. And they don't exist anymore. They don't exist. So there it is. You got the numbers. It would be really nice if you could find a carb for that. Get this old beast running again. That's a good, powerful workhorse. Used my chainsaw until the chain stretched yesterday. I used it pretty heavily. Sorry, just swallowed a bug. The insects are out in full force, and they're suicidal. They go for your eyeballs and your throat. Yeah, I was trying to cut that one dead standing tree. That's some serious hardwood, and it stretched my chain. I can't believe it. So actually it's pretty dull. I'm gonna hang up the camera. The bug is moving. Oh, cleaned all this up. This is looking better. And I don't know if you remember the junk pile that was back here, but most of it's gone. Just got a few more things to clean up. I'm running out of daylight. The tractor is parked happily by his new home. For now he's outside. I'm probably gonna put up some sort of a tarp shelter or something for him. He's too big to just go inside here. Now, notice my ladder is laid down neatly, so it's protected also from the wind, so it shouldn't take off and fly. I've got all my machines and garden tools. Look, the wood chipper is in a happy home. This tent is actually bigger than my other by far. It's wider, and it holds everything. Now this is everything I had in my other tent, and including the old snowblower that I'm going to sell. I got that in there. So this tent is way, way bigger. I don't know if you guys remember seeing the old go-kart. I've had that around for a while. It also, what was that? Oh, it needs some tires. That's all that one needs. I'll have that running soon. Tires and a paint job. Or inner tubes. Inner tubes is all it needs. And my dead scooter. I don't know if some of you know the story about that, but I got burnt on that one. But everything's here. There's my bicycle generator right there. That was my bike generator from previously. Now that I'm set up and established here, I'll probably set that up somewhere under a shelter permanently. Probably after I build my tiny home. And I've got a push mower. None of these cans are full, by the way. These gas cans that I've got everywhere. I used to be prepared, and I used to have a ton of gas cans, or well, full gas cans, and now I don't. So don't be anybody get any ideas of turning me in for having gas cans in the forest, because they're empty. I don't think it's illegal to have empty gas cans. Anyway, it's all there, safe and sound. And there's room for more, actually. I could put more stuff in here, but I don't want to crowd it. I want to be able to get in here and grab what I want. Actually, right now, I can reach anything I want, and that's so convenient. Those scooters are probably going to go away. I used to live in New York City, and that saved me a ton of money. I bought that black one there for $20 once, and souped it up and put bigger batteries in it, and that thing, I drove that thing all over the place. So I'll probably get rid of them eventually. But other than that, this is all stuff I'm using and keeping. Yeah, the go-kart, or the snowblower is going to be sold. Nice. Oh, it feels good when you can accomplish so much in a day. All in his forest home. Good. It was a good day. I didn't think I'd get that much done. I still got a little bit of sunlight hours. A little bit of sunlight. And I'm not too devastated yet. So I might continue cleaning up out here a little bit. And all these leaves, all these massive piles of leaves, are going to be garden mulch. Look at all those leaves. That's going to be mulch. That stuff is a good 6 inches thick in places. You can't see it on camera, I'm sure, but that's thick. Mulch. Back to Eden Garden. It's all right here. Mulch. Mulch, mulch, mulch. Back to Eden style living. Yeah, I might just get these out of here now. Use the daylight. Get this cleaned up. Clean up this thing around the camper. Take down my air conditioner. Put away the wood. It's going to look good. Well, now it's probably about 8 o'clock. And I'm done. I don't know if the light will show in here in this camera, but I get a few boxes out. There's some books here. And those are just kitchen stuff and food. I still have some food in that old camper too. That RV just doesn't have space. Actually, that there's some tools that was in here before, but anyway. Got a few boxes packed and out here, and I got a couple boxes inside still to bring out, but I'm done. I've been just organizing and packing inside the old camper and getting stuff set up. I'm going to leave that as a walkway right here between the shelves and the pallet. And I'll be able to fit another pallet here once I get that machine out. And I'll be able to fit another pallet up front here in this area. One, maybe even two once I get these tools out, with walkways in between. So it'll work out. Once I get, I think actually that pallet's going to hold all the contents of the camper easy. There isn't all that much in there really. Just my stuff that I, well, just everyday life stuff. Well, anyway. I think it'll work out. I think it's all going to fit well. And then all the furniture out there. Now, it is going to look like a mess. I'll give you a look inside. But look here, I got all the junk out from under here, right here. I got the air conditioner out and the frame put away. All the junk out from behind the tent. except for that box of rotted food I gotta get rid of. I don't know how to dispose of that properly. But anyway, there's that. I'm gonna move the wood pile out over there, underneath that evergreen. Somewhere around there I'm gonna have the wood pile. So all this will be out of sight here. All this will be cleared up and looking good. Now in here, it still looks chaotic because I'm pulling everything out. I mean, it's just a box that has to go away, a box of books. Everything's, yeah, you won't be able to see a thing in here. It's too dark. But anyway, I got, most of the cabinets are empty and there's just some few items in the middle that I'm still picking out. Yeah, forget it, you won't see a thing. But anyway, that's going to be alright.